You guys worried about AI taking over your job, being replaced by AI? Well, you shouldn't be. Let me tell you why. So with all the him and haw about AI taking over your job, replacing you at work, should you really be worried? My answer is no, not one bit. Yes, AI might replace your factory jobs. They might, design a logo for you, that kind of thing. But the amount of jobs that are going to be created because of AI they're endless. There's an abundance of them. And there are so many bugs out here. We've seen this kind of thing in every sort of tech shift, right? You have disruption and then you have explosion. Think about the internet, for example. What did it disrupt first? Well, newspapers, retail, you've got your Amazon and all those kind of sites. Communication, for that matter. Everyone's talking online nowadays. But now it's a billion, if not trillion-dollar digital economy, right? And then your big obvious one are these cameras. Or sorry, not cameras, phones. They disrupted cameras. They disrupted GPS systems. What else? Computers. And now look at it. It's exploded into app stores, mobile businesses, e-commerce, all that kind of thing. Yeah, so stick around in the video if you want to know what jobs will be created, some examples, and how you can keep yours. So let's get right into it. What kind of jobs are going to open up with all this AI taking over our lives? Well, what about an AI personal coach? Someone to help people get set up with AI tools and programs to enhance their everyday life. I know it can be overwhelming at first. Even when I started using AI, it was like, there's so much to it. You can do anything. So someone that has a purpose to make people more comfortable with the AI tools and lead them forward. Okay, so what about a digital clone designer? Now, I know that sounds kind of fancy and out of this world, but, oh, excuse me. You've seen all the avatars in Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. You design your own little character, but what about when they implement those into businesses in this virtual world? You can advertise, you can make sales, you can promote your company, all with your little digital avatar, incorporating your voice, incorporating your personality, all that kind of stuff. It's coming. I know it's coming down the road. So I figured I'd turn the camera around for a little bit and actually give you a view of what I'm looking at. I'm just at the harbor. It's really nice out here. Water's pretty calm. It's raining a little bit, but we move forward. We don't care about the rain. The rain's nice. But yeah, so back into the jobs. What about an emotional support worker? You're going to have all these AI bots, AI implemented into nursing homes, into care homes, but you're going to be missing that human connection, right? So what about someone that works hand in hand with these AI bots to establish that human connection? So you're not, freaking out Dorothy who sees a robot come into a room and not know what to do, that kind of thing. A big one that I was thinking about is AI fashion. And I know I'm not a very fashionable person, but let's go out on these rocks as we chat. I'm not the most fashionable person, but using AI programs to help select people's fashion. I mean, they might already do that, but maybe that branches into fashion for the actual AI itself, right? This is something I've talked about mainly with myself, but with other people I've mentioned it. Let's see if we can get up here. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, what about designing clothing for the AI themselves? Durable workwear, sportswear, whatever type of stuff they're doing. I don't think anyone's tapped into that market, so let's do a little virtual patent here that one day I'm going to be designing clothes for robots. Crazy that I'm saying that in 2025. Wasn't on my bingo card for this year. Oh. Okay, I've got a good one. AI job translator. You know what? Let's go on these rocks and scale some cliffs today. Hopefully I don't break an ankle. AI job translator. You're going to need someone to let you know how your old skills fit into the new world with these new AI jobs, right? What's an example of this? Okay, well, maybe you're a teacher of some sort, and you've got an abundance of kids. We're making the leap here. You've got a bunch of kids, and they need to learn stuff, so you set up programs for them. Designing algorithms, designing prompts for AI tools to teach these kids, right? I mean, we probably already have similar things today. You know, you load up Microsoft PowerPoint and you read off that. But where I see it going is actual virtual assistants, kind of like Siri, or what's the other one? Alexa, those kind of things, where everything is incorporated, where you just set your student up. And yeah, in a weird way, they can be assisted by this program or AI bot. Let's just take a moment to appreciate this scenery here. Just beautiful, if you ask me. My inner merman wants to just, merman wants to go in that water right now. Look how nice that is. It's like, what is that, turquoise, green? I don't know. But it's probably still a little bit chilly. I'll bring the dog here sometime and go for a swim. Dead slow, no wake though. Oh, moving on. You've probably already got some of these in your home. Well, maybe you don't, but maybe some people do who can afford it. I imagine in the future they'll become less expensive, but AI appliance setter-upper. What do you call that? You know what I mean. Incorporating AI systems in your house. Could be security, could be, well, it's all your smart services now, right? You got smart meters for this, smart meters for that. I mean, I'm not the biggest advocate for that kind of thing because, you know, someone can turn on your oven from another country or something like that, or unlock doors or something. I don't know, but yeah, all those services, everything's going to be regulated. Look at all the movies that we watch, you know. What was I talking about? The Island or iRobot, where you wake up and it's just, good morning, Mr. Tristan. Your circadian rhythm was lower than last night. You're hungry. Your hungry level is 76%. You know, like, Tristan, it's time for your daily bowel movement. Please go to the bathroom now. Well, I don't have to go now. We have sent allied personnel to your house. Please stay where you are now, and authorities will see you soon. I don't know what I'm talking about. Next. Okay, here's a pretty cool one that I think I might even do. What about like a delivery drone spotter? You've got some base like this, or I don't know, you're in an apartment building, I don't know. But you make sure that drones deliver their packages safely, right? Like I think they're doing that with Walmart now and Amazon in some countries, but it's going to be just chaos in these skies. You're going to have UPS in the sky. You're going to have FedEx. Well, they'll try to get in the sky. You're going to have all these delivery services in the sky flying around. So obviously there's going to be some sort of headquarters that's set up in order to control this. It'll be like they do with airplanes now, air traffic control, except delivery drone control. I think that would be super cool. And I mean, even drones themselves are going to open up a lot of doors. Like, we're just thinking of the drones in the sky, support, maintenance, you know, people to program them, all that kind of stuff. But drones are going to be everywhere. There's going to be drones in this water. There's going to be, well, maybe there are already. There'll be drone fish. You know, you need to get a package. Do you want it by sea? Do you want it by air? Do you want that little bird over there to fly it to your door? What are you laughing at? Yeah, so the drone topic is pretty cool. I could get into that. But then that begs the question for surveillance and privacy. We'll get into that in another video. Guys, I want to go swimming so bad, but I'm in jeans. I mean, I could strip down, but the next time I come here, like, look how welcoming that looks. That is gorgeous. I didn't realize it was so nice here. We're gonna head back on the rocks. Maybe we'll go loop around the pier or something. All right, maybe I'll just come up with a few more ideas and then we will move forward to the next video or to something else. I need to go get a coffee, and this time I'm not making a hot coffee. I'm gonna go buy one from my local coffee shop. So, what else can we think of? AI recipe adapters, nutritionists. So maybe these work hand in hand with chefs, with cooks, you know, taking into account people's allergies. You've got glutenitis or something, you can't eat gluten, so you have an AI algorithm that'll tweak certain meal plans, that kind of thing. That could be an idea. I think a really big one will be senior tech companions, right? So, no shame thrown on the seniors, but when you're a senior, this can be pretty overwhelming, all this stuff that's being implemented into our society nowadays. You remember in the movie I, Robot, where grandma had that robot in her house. I mean, they seemed like they were doing okay, but to try to convince them of how things work, all the new enhancements, what the capabilities are of these things, what you want to do, what you don't want to do with them, just to avoid that feeling of being overwhelmed by this new tech. Here's like my 10th idea. I mean, it already happens now, but oh, what was I going to say? It was on the tip of my tongue. The security AI neighborhood watch. You've got your neighborhood watch programs already. I don't know if that's just, you know, a group of people that put on their running shoes and I don't know where I'm going with this. You know, neighborhood watch, but it's going to be implemented into cameras, to AI systems, speed cameras, you know. I'm sure, unfortunately, at one point it'll get into the facial recognition, but that might be a booming industry in itself, right? You could be team leader of your district. That's a conversation for another video. Hey, little guy. Oh, see you later. Let's give you a little visual. I'm not going to put my camera over the edge because it's not held in the best. Oh, well, that's not nice. Poor guy. These bugs are so bad. Like, can you see all the bugs around me? Not really. I see a big storm cloud behind me. And yes, I wear a backwards hat and I squint into the sun. Everyone does something that doesn't make sense, and that's my thing. I just feel like this gets in the way sometimes. But whatever. How about a kid's story time customizer, something like that? Right? Say you've got a kid who likes, I don't know, trains and crayons and that kind of thing. You just input your prompts. I mean, you could probably already do that with ChatGPT and certain things. You input your prompts and it creates you a storybook just designed for your kid. Maybe your kid, I don't know, struggles with getting bullied at school, just for example, theoretical. You design a book that shows him the best way to stand up to a bully, and we all know the best way to stand up to a bully, but maybe you design that book so subconsciously he kind of reads that and he learns a lesson or two. I don't know. Is that ethical to shape your kids' views with a book? I don't know. Is that a loon? I'm not too good with like names of species, but is that a loon? Or is that just a duck? That's a pylon. Actually, the water's really clear here. I see a couple of dead fish and a popsicle. Cool. Oh, there he is. Came back up. So obviously there's a huge sector of jobs that will not be replaced by AI. I mean, eventually they probably will be in a RoboCop type of atmosphere, but some jobs they aren't going to be able to compete with, right? Like you've got police officers, you've got firefighters, paramedics, all that sort of thing that requires real-time, you know, human judgment skills, emotional connections, all that kind of thing. That for now, some sort of AI technology cannot replicate. I mean, they're definitely trying, but when you require empathy, adaptability, you know, emotional support in a fast-paced, chaotic scenario, I am not going to trust, you know, a Boston Dynamics robot who can do a front flip to save me. But you've all seen the movies, right? We see movies and that stuff's coming down the line. I always make reference, but it's a perfect reference to iRobot when that guy, he does everything a human can. Jumping through windows. Oh, that's a weird reference, but you know, he's capable of making those judgment calls when he's in danger, what to look out for, who to save, all that kind of thing. Same thing with social workers, right? That requires that deep human connection to relate to people, to understand the point of view that they're coming from or the situation that they're in. I mean, it's coming down the line, but for now, I don't see it being taken over. Like, of course, sometimes I'll get on ChatGPT and say, hey, chat, I've had such a long day. Can you tell me I'm amazing? And it'll give me like a essay format paragraph on how amazing I am. But that is a false reality you're living, my friend. Do not get gassed up by artificial intelligence. Not just yet, at least. Oh, what's another industry? I mean, tradespeople. What do you got? Electricians, tradespeople, all that kind of stuff where every single job is different. You're going to have a very complex, synthetic system to be able to solve all the problems that those guys do. Like every job is different. It requires creativity, problem-solving skills, and judgment calls. Caregivers, just like in our nursing homes and our long retirement homes, again, you need that emotional connection, which we don't have with AI. I think that's a common theme here, is that human touch. But at what point is artificial intelligence going to be able to surpass human connection? Maybe it becomes a point where we can't even tell. I mean, is that going on nowadays? Some people say that. They walk among us. Oh, maybe, and we don't even notice. Just food for thought. It's kind of neat thinking about this stuff as you go for a nice walk in nature. I mean, some people will just look and say, ooh, a rock, or pretty water. But these are the kind of things that I think of. Don't ask me why. I just do. So yeah, all in all, I know a lot of these jobs might sound a little creepy or a little bit out there, but in reality, that's what's happened in the past, right? We have a booming new development that seems outrageous at first, and then it becomes second nature. Like if you were to tell someone from the 1900s that you'd have a voice assistant helping with your laundry, or an AI programmer to plan your day and schedule your meetings, they would think you're crazy. So yeah, while these new AI jobs might feel, oh, these bugs, oh, poor guy. So yeah, a lot of these AI jobs might seem invasive to some, but I don't think it's about spying or replacing humans. I think it's, for now at least, about working with them. So should you start to worry about AI taking over your job? In my opinion, no. If you're open and you're aware of what's going on. I think a big part of it is learning to use these tools, learning what they offer, what the value is, and using them in ways that we never imagined we could. I mean, unless you're Sarah Connor, I don't think you're taking down Skynet or what's coming in the world. Say the world's shifting like it always has, and that's nothing new. I think the key is to stay curious, stay learning, and just be open to working with AI. Whether that means, picking up a new skill or learning how these AI tools work with your job, or just being that human connection that AI doesn't offer. You've got options. So don't fear the future, just prepare for it. You'll be just fine. So to end this video, I've got a theoretical question for you, and feel free to comment down below what your answers will be. I'm really curious what you guys are going to say. Do you think at some point in time, we're going to have a president in power that's strictly made from AI, created from AI, a digital mind, if you will? A code-based president. Or hell, maybe that's even going on right now. Maybe at that time, a leadership role will be long forgotten and humanity will be on a different path entirely. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. I had fun talking about this stuff. I'd like to do more videos on this. So if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and get yourself a hot coffee. We'll see you later.